stadium, it's always quite uplifting, but when you play it in a dark room, it's always instantly depressing.
Yo, no, but it's not. Like, the two things that I think of when I hear that song is, damn it, I need to find somebody who I can sing that song to. and second off is, like, how am I gonna keep myself together while listening to it? Like, no joke. And one of the amazing things that I think needs to be, I guess, spoken about is just your superstar level of connectivity. When you have just a stage and yourself and thousands, and you're able to draw us all in, and not even to mention our very own Elvis Duran, when you sat down with him a little while ago, and brought him to tears.
Yeah. See, I felt really bad about that. I watched that video back because I played and like, I thought he was joking. He was like, man, that's so emotional. I was like, dude, and I kind of was just taking the piss out of him. Being like, come on, man, don't be serious. No. And he genuinely was crying. I was like, I was very touched that it happened, but I felt bad that I kind of poked fun at him because I didn't know that he was being serious.
The level of connection is something that very, very, very few artists are able to do. And I just want to say, man, for me, I'm virtually speechless when it comes to listening to your album, listening to that song, listening to a lot of the songs that you've already created for us. But I want to know, how does this next album, how do the new songs that you've been working on, how do they top how amazing this is already for you with Plus?
Well, I wrote most of this one when I was 17, and I wrote most of the new one now, like 2 weeks ago. So like, so it's all quite recent. It's again along this kind of same kind of guidelines as the last one. It's a habit. Like, usually other singer-songwriters will write songs for specific girls, and I've ended up writing whole albums for them. And so song choice-wise, this album could be incredibly depressing if I wanted it to be, because I've done like 60 or 70 songs, and there's a lot of just slow acoustic ones that'll just make people want to eat ice cream and cry. But I've got, I think I might save that. I might save it for another time, and I've got a lot of uplifting songs as well as a lot of head-nodding songs. They're still depressing, obviously, like,
it would be,
but they're a bit more, you can jam out to them a bit more. It's not party music, because I'm not David Guetta yet. But it's a.
I'm not Avicii. I'm not making.
It's kind of like it's a lot similar to the last album. It's just moved on.
How do you challenge yourself? How do you find the different ways to go to challenge yourself?
I tried to with this. There was a point since I moved over to America. I tried to write as many songs as possible, and I wrote a lot of acoustic songs, which I can do. And I tried to challenge myself in doing a song in every single genre. So I was doing like hip hop songs. I did a D'Angelo tune that was.
Check you out, player.
I played a little. What was it? Baby, like you sugar daddy. And it kind of goes on. Yeah. So I did some songs like that. I don't know if that's making the album because it's a bit too sexual.
It made her cry. So I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
Is it fun to try to challenge yourself, to try to create new sounds, to try to take a little bit of a left turn and still stay true to yourself?
Yeah. I think it's always good to take challenges. Sometimes they don't work out. But yeah, no, I mean, like, songwriting wise, there's only so many ways you can write an acoustic song, and it's usually just those chords. You listen to any song and it's just those chords, trust me. I know, the whole album is those chords. Apart from You Need Me, I'm killing it with that one. But there's only so many ways you can write an acoustic song, and if you were to work with like any hip hop producer, like Timbaland really thinks outside the box in terms of chord sequences, and so does Pharrell, and like that whole kind of thing. And so you can challenge yourself with using different chords and different sequences and different tempos and different ideas of how to write songs. Instead of just writing a love song about a woman, you could choose like you could just be like, oh, this microphone, and just like personify this microphone as a woman.
Speaking of challenging,
grey hair.
I want to challenge myself. Jamie, would you mind bringing me the guitar? I want to see if you can. I want to challenge myself. I have a guitar here, and I want to see if you could teach me how to just at least like one chord. Would you hold the microphone for me, please? Can you? I want to challenge myself.
All right. I'm gonna take this off.
How do I even hold it? How do I even hold this correctly? Because I'm only used to playing Guitar Hero, and I suck at that. Oh, he's giving me the show? No. This is my tutorial. Probably not even two. I think we were rocking out and maybe even missing a string, bro. So that I was trying to get my A team on, and it was like definitely the F team.
It's actually good you're missing a string because you can actually strum this chord without needing anything else.
Do I put my arm this way?
Yeah. So. Alright, so. Did it just go out of tune? It definitely did. Ukulele sounds like a better look. I mean, you've got the stance. I mean, it looks good.
Does it look
Yeah,
good?
it looks really good. Yeah? Into that? Can you just come on stage and just do that behind me?
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll just stand there. I'll just stand there for you, dude. I'll just stand there for you.
I'm down.
Let me get you the strap back. So, have you mastered any other? Thank you, Jamie. Let's give Jamie a round of applause, please. Have you mastered any other instruments?
Well, my first instrument, like guitar's like my favorite instrument
Yeah.
when I started playing. It's just the being ginger in high school. Sometimes it's hard to fit in. Guitar helps.
That works.
Just
yeah.
saying.
Just saying.
But, yeah, no, so this was like when I was 11 and started high school, I just started playing guitar because like bands and girls and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but my first instruments were actually, I played piano first.
Okay.
And I got up to grade 5 on piano, which is quite good, and then I stopped playing it, and now I can't play it anymore. And then it was the cello. Yeah, and I did, I actually played cello on, I played cello on a bunch of other people's records, yeah, but I'm not that good at it. I can do one tune really well. Yeah, has anyone ever seen Master and Commander? No. You know the cello bit where he's going... Sick song.
You got that.
Gangster. And then drums. Drums was my third instrument, and drums I played for a while. I actually played drums in a band for a while. And then no one wanted to be in a band with me with an acoustic guitar, so I just went solo.
Well, you do this thing pretty well, bro. You do this thing pretty well. So I'm understanding that there's something like this song that Q102 started playing that was like the first song, or the first station, you know.
Yeah, let me point out, right, so like I wanted... This is the story of You Need Me. You Need Me was a single in England. It went to number 4 in the charts. Everyone was like, it's going so well. And then Australia was the second country to take off. And every single song we've had in Australia has gone either top 5 or top 10. Apart from You Need Me. You Need Me was the second single there, and it went to number 94. And the label freaked out. And the label all around the world were like, no, that's not the second single. We're not doing that. So it's never got to be a single anywhere else. And America were kind of like, right, we've done 18 in Lego House. We can either take a break, or we can do another single. We think Give Me Love. And I think, I'd kind of like to do You Need Me, it'd be quite fun. And they were like, we're not too sure about that. Getting Q102 Philly. So Q102 Philly starts spinning the tune a lot. And like, people start picking up on it, and the sales start to go up a little bit, and the label picked up on that, and now they're like, well, let's have it as the third single. So thank you very much to Philly.
Turn up, Philly.
This is the thing, radio stations can really control what labels release next. When in England, Give Me Love was meant to be the 4th single, and Radio 1 just playlisted Drunk without anyone kind of going there, and then everyone was like, okay, cool, let's go with that then. Like, yeah, so that's the way forward.
You Need Me, is that the next one that we get from you, dude?
I was going to play it after this. I'll play it straight after. I'll play it straight after.
Oh, really?
I was going to play
first.
going to play a mystery cover.
Oh! Yeah. Make it loud for Ed Sheeran, you guys.